Apparently, an NFL player from the Blind Side movie got blindsided. So let's get into it.
It was a real-life story that inspired an Oscar-winning Hollywood hit starring Sandra Bullock. But now Michael Oher, the former NFL player portrayed in The Blind Side, says it's all based on a lie. In a new lawsuit, Oher says the Tuohy family never adopted him, and they exploited him for their own benefit.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sure.
It's your man, Jay.
So just in case you guys are unaware of what the actual Blind Side movie is about, it's actually about a teenager named Michael Oher who came from an impoverished background, who gets an opportunity to pursue his football talent with a wealthy family. They take him in, he pursues it. Big success story. Listen, if this is true, this is one of the greatest rewrites / finesse stories of all time. Because the Blind Side movie, what is it? It's a nice, heartwarming movie that reminds you that, hey, the world might not be as bad as you think it is. Is this surprising to me? Absolutely. But is this unheard of? No. Because this has all the traditional markings of a Hollywood tale. What? Poor, uneducated person with a lot of talent meets someone who gives them a great opportunity, doesn't read the fine print, then later on discovers that they're owed something, and then they get into a never-ending court battle that doesn't end.
The petition alleges the Tuohys have falsely and publicly represented themselves as the adoptive parents of Michael. Instead, Oher says, the couple tricked him in 2004, less than 3 months after he turned 18, into signing a document that made Sean and Leanne Tuohy his conservators, giving them full control over any of his contracts, but not legally making him a part of their family.
I know these two things go hand in hand, so they made money because they used his name and likeness, but to me, more than the amount of money that they made because of it is the fact that they used his name and likeness without his permission. I don't know how conservatorship works. It sounds like they said they were adopting him, but in reality, they were just finding a way to take advantage of an up-and-coming talent.
Conservatorships take away an adult's right to make their own decisions.
With that power, Oher alleges, the Tuohys negotiated the movie deal for The Blind Side. And as the 2009 film earned more than $300 million, Oher claims the family profited and he received nothing. In an interview with the Daily Memphian, Sean Tuohy Sr. says the family is devastated by the allegations and didn't make any money off the movie. Tuohy also said that the conservatorship was a route to helping secure Oher's eligibility to play college football, saying lawyers advised, we couldn't adopt over the age of 18. The only thing we could do was to have a conservatorship.
So they were like, look, there's a lot of upside here because when they met him, I thought they met him when he was young or when he was in middle school or something. I didn't remember the movie, but they met him when he was a rising senior. I can just imagine the Tuohys, I think that's how you pronounce their last name, meeting secretly and quietly in their bedroom one night, saying to themselves, you know what? This kid has a lot of potential, and we can find a way to capitalize on that. Whether it be he gives us some of his contract money or some of his earnings from his career in the NFL, they probably didn't know exactly how they were going to make the money from him, but they knew it would come somehow. And then when that book came out, and they saw that they could make a movie from it, they saw dollar signs. Speaking of the movie, from what I read is that the Tuohys say that they split all the earnings they made from the movie, which is probably a lot because the movie grossed over $300 million plus more sales afterwards and DVD rentals. They're saying they split the profits they received 5 ways. The father, the mother, who's played by Sandra Bullock, and the 2 children, and Michael Oher. Michael Oher said he's never seen that money. And in my mind, it'd be fairly easy to figure out whether or not that's true. Open up the books. Will they do that? Absolutely not. I highly doubt it. Unless the court orders them to
show them the receipts.
Show the receipts. But I mean, there's probably so many ways to hide it. I don't know. But like I said, to me, it'd be fairly easy to prove. Michael Oher, they can go over his books.
I mean, if he didn't make any money off this movie, that's absolutely crazy because the movie is literally about him.
So Michael Oher has asked this Tennessee court to end the conservatorship and prohibit the Tuohys from using his name and likeness anymore. He also wants the family to account for any profits that they have made related to him, which could mean they'd need to submit records like contracts and emails to the court. And if the court finds the Tuohys responsible for any misconduct, they could be required to pay punitive damages. So the Tuohy family attorney told ESPN the family would file a legal response to these allegations in the coming weeks.
And like you previously said before, right? They split it 5 ways. If that's what the family says, right? They split it 5 ways. To me, that still seems ridiculous because it's about him. If anything, to me, it should have been like a manager split, right? where the main person or the main artist will get about 80%, 90%, and the manager takes 10 to 20%. That to me sounds fair. And this is not obviously mentioning distribution and all the stuff with the studios, but generally speaking, to me, if it's about me, I want 80 to 90%. 5 ways for something that's about me? No, to me that sounds ridiculous, because if your point is to adopt him and you're doing it in good faith, you shouldn't want money for it.
Right. So the thing, you're exactly right. And what happened is, according to the article I read, is that as part of what he signed, there's 2 things. One is the conservatorship, which gave the family, the Tuohys or whatever their name is, the right to use his name, which he didn't know at the time. And there was another contract he signed, apparently. He says he doesn't remember signing it. He said if he signed it, he didn't know about it. You know, they'll probably say, here, take this, sign off.
Probably in a pile.
Exactly. And he's like, if I did sign it, it wasn't explained to him. And so apparently that thing he signed waived all rights to future proceeds for his likeness, which makes absolutely no sense. It's very disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's jacked up.
So ultimately, I'm going to say that this is a good decision for Mike, if this is true, because now he's getting the money that he's owed to. And if this is true, man, I hope they throw him underneath the court, because those are some terrible people taking advantage of someone who's so young, who's definitely uneducated. I mean, he's 15, 16 years old from a bad area. I mean, honestly, bro, that's just terrible. People like that, they need to be underneath the prison, if I'm being completely honest, because it's disgusting. Because you already have money, you want to take advantage of someone who doesn't have money. Like, that's beyond greedy. But like I said, if this is true, because we don't know what's true or not. Good decision, bad decision?
No, it's a great decision. He should go for what's his, what he's rightfully owed. He doesn't need the money. I doubt it, because he had a good career.
Yeah.
From what I read online, he has a high net worth. He manages money well, hopefully. So, in the end, the silver lining is he came from a rough background that a lot of people don't make it out of. Yeah. And now he became a multi-millionaire. So, I love it. But if they took advantage of him, which I think they did, he needs to get his money, what's owed to him. So
yeah, I mean, because let's be honest, it wouldn't be that hard for them to take advantage of him.
No.
Here's a bunch of contracts, giant pile.
No, not that.
But either way, guys, this has been bad decisions. All right, decision makers. So if you think he made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think he's absolutely for trying to sue them, leave a like and leave a comment. All right, guys, we're out, decision makers.